Oh, the arms around each other.
Oh, wait.
Trying to try to get comfy.
Aw, cuteness.
Oh, we're recording.
We're in the red.
The red is going.
Don't look at it.
I'm gonna yell.
Let's clip.
Hi, this is Ones to Watch Chef's Choice. I'm Abby Kenna, and today I'm joined by the Wldlfe.
Hello.
Hello.
Do you guys want to introduce yourselves by name as well?
Yeah, I'm Jansen.
I am Jack.
I'm Carson.
Yay.
And we are the Wldlfe.
Yes.
Yay. When did you guys get into LA?
Two
Two nights ago, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 nights ago.
Yeah.
How do you like it here?
Oh, well, it's much more moderate of a climate than Nashville currently.
So I'm floored by it because
It's hell. It's way
it's-
too hot in Nashville.
yeah, it's
The
hot
humidity.
here.
The
but
humidity is a nightmare
It's
in Nashville.
It's a miserable existence.
Just want to hide inside during the summer in
Yeah.
Nashville.
we were
Here,
just
I could go do anything.
we were just in Chicago, and it was like 80% humidity.
That's where
rough.
Jansen and I grew up.
Oh no way!
Surprise. Look at that segue.
Surprise! Look at that!
Surprise.
I actually didn't know that.
I know, but it naturally
You're like
happened.
in the stalking you did earlier.
Exactly. We did
No, we
grow up
were
in
there
Chicago.
for Lollapalooza, and I was like, I'll never
Yeah.
complain again.
Who'd you see?
About LA. Oof,
Or,
a lot
like,
of
I was so
people.
Give me
jealous
top
to
three.
miss out this year.
Yeah, it was amazing. Obviously we were in Chapel Roan's crowd. That was
Yeah.
like
Yeah,
music history, like in the making.
truly.
Yeah.
We saw Slow Pulp. I love Slow Pulp.
Okay.
I've been getting into slow pulp for sure.
They're so good.
Yeah.
And like Chicago, like based now too, was their first Lala,
Mhm.
so that was
Yeah.
cool. Yeah, a couple podcast alumni. We saw Medium Build.
Cool.
We
Nice.
saw Papa Rod. Lots of good people.
I love
that.
Papa Rod.
Yeah,
Sounds fun.
he's so
I've-
groovy.
This is like the first year in a long time that I haven't been able to go. I feel like.
You usually go home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've been to Lola like 10 times.
Whoa.
Like,
I've never been to one.
I've only got to go twice, I think.
Wow.
2 or 3 times.
Jack, where are you from?
Like an hour outside of Indianapolis.
Okay.
So towards Chicago.
Okay, so also around
Well-
Chicago.
Yeah, but on the Indiana side.
Oh, okay.
You're probably like 3.5 hours from Chicago.
Like
3 hours.
like 2 maybe.
Whatever.
2.5.
Small town.
It's not bad.
Parents are fighting.
they tend to do that.
Well, you guys are doing press and stuff while you're in LA.
I know.
Getting ready for tour in September, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Tour in September. Album at the end of this week.
At the end
Be
of
fun.
this week?
Yeah. I
Wow.
mean, we're
2
like
days,
we're
2
like
and some
72
change.
hours away.
How do you feel?
Weird.
Honestly, you
Weird,
being
yeah.
able to put it in hour terms kind of freaks me out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't thought about that
How long has it been in the making?
since like last November.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
A lot of the
I
songs
mean,
were written before that, but
yeah, it's been
yeah.
written over a longer period of time, but
yeah.
we
Yeah.
kind of were like, all right, we're recording it and entering that phase like last November.
You like decided we are going to write an album.
Yeah, we're gonna
Yeah.
we're gonna record it and
Okay.
start
Yeah.
the cycle and all that stuff. So
Yeah.
Because sometimes I hear people just like, okay, we have all of these songs, like we need to put them together. But
Yeah.
this was
Yeah.
like intentionally, like we're going to sit down and write.
Yeah.
Like,
Kind of, yeah. I mean, like I think it kind of happened. I mean, over the course of last year, like we spent the time like writing and kind of having, options to choose from, and then,
sure.
in November we kind of, I guess a little bit before that, but we picked the songs that we were gonna, that we wanted to make an album with, and sat down in November in a cabin in the middle of nowhere and
Where
did
in the
it.
middle of nowhere?
out in the Smokies in Tennessee.
Nice.
out in the Smokies.
Out in the Smokies.
Appalachia.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been Nashville-based?
5
years now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's been a minute actually.
And
Yeah,
you
we
It feels
liked
strange.
it?
We moved there like right before COVID.
Oh, perfect time to
yeah,
relocate. Yeah.
perfect timing. I think we
Not a
moved
lot of
there,
friends.
went on tour, came back from tour, everything shut down. So
Shit.
yeah,
God.
but
Yeah,
it's
we like
cool.
it. It's fun.
Yeah,
It's good to be in a place where there's like a lot of people who are doing the same thing as you, and there's that kind of relatability there, and a lot of our friends are there, so
Yeah.
it's great.
I feel
Yeah.
like that's the thing I find that is difficult about LA is that everyone here is doing the thing that
Yeah,
we're
well, I
doing,
mean, I
so-
took the diplomatic route of that
Yeah.
answer, but yeah, it's both, for sure.
Nice.
Yeah,
I've heard it's a good scene.
yeah,
it's cool.
Beautiful. Well, I would love to know if
Yes.
listeners had never heard your music before.
Yes.
What is the first bite of the Wldlfe? What is the appetizer to your music?
What do you think, Carson?
We maybe should have decided this before.
Oh,
You can all have different answers.
let's
if you
all-
Okay,
like.
wait, yeah. I think
let's all say our answer at the same time. Think for 5 seconds. Let's see if it's the same. Okay, 1. Or on the count of 3. I know what I would say, but I'm not thinking that hard about it. You ready?
I'm thinking probably too hard about it.
Ready?
Okay.
3, 2, 1.
Waterfalls.
Somebody's gonna love you.
Oh,
That was
those were
close, though.
all very
What did you
different.
say?
I said somebody's gonna love you.
I was gonna say that, but then I changed. I said "Boy on a Phone."
Okay.
I like that one. I said Waterfalls 2023 version though.
Oh,
The new
updated
version.
version.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. We'll explain one at a time.
Carson, you start.
Okay,
You go down the list.
I think Waterfalls is just like a great example, like songwriting wise, and the 2023 version, like production wise, of where we kind of sit. You know, it's not. I feel like it's kind of like it feels like a little bit of all of the different things that we put in our music. It's got
Yeah.
some of the rock vibes, some of the more electronic vibes. Lyrically, it's
Singer-songwriter
it's
in the ways
us,
that we are.
you know. So yeah, that's my quick answer, I guess.
Wasn't good enough. Well, I guess not, guess not, guess not. Everything's coming loose at the seams. I'd be lying if I said that I was doing fine. You make me so sad. I'm talking waterfalls.
Yeah. That's a cool one because the original version is a while back.
Yeah, 2016.
Yeah. So that's like
Yeah.
the roots of your songwriting.
Yep.
But then like the
Yep.
updated production.
Yeah, I think it's definitely. I think that song is.
It stood the test of time.
Yeah, it's good.
It's a
good
fan
one.
favorite still. So
Yeah.
I feel like both your answers are better than mine for that. I just think it's fun. I think "Boy on a Phone" is like one of those songs that I think is just like super infectious.
It's not your fault, just a glitch in the system. Don't feel like you're listening, so how am I supposed to convince you that you're not alone when I'm just a boy on a phone?
I think it's like pretty straightforward. It doesn't really need a lot of kind of introduction or explaining. I think it just kind of like just does what it does.
transcends
Yeah, it
live.
just
It's
does
just
what it
good
does.
song.
It's a good gateway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I feel like I don't want to say there's no way you can't like that song because I feel like it is, I guess, subjective. But
Say that.
I feel like you can't.
You have to.
Yeah, I feel like it's such an easy song to
You
just like
must.
vibe out to.
Yeah.
it's undeniable live too.
Yeah, definitely.
It's like it doesn't I feel like when we put it out, people didn't get it as much. But like that song live, I think people get it, you know?
Yeah, it translates. Okay, another good answer.
I think Somebody's Gonna Love You for a lot of the reasons that Carson said as well. I think that it's like energy wise is really where like I feel like we sit like as a whole and across our entire discography, like
Yeah.
upbeat in the right ways and fun. And I feel like our music is fun, and we tried to, you know, hone in on that aspect of our songwriting and production.
Somebody's gonna love you. Somebody's gonna take your broken heart and make it brand new. Somebody's gonna love you.
Because I feel like there's a lot of sad music
In the world?
in the world.
Well, yes.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's reasonable.
Yeah.
A lot of sadness.
And we've written a lot of sad songs, but I do think we're happy that we can write really good, energetic, happy songs as well.
Yeah, it's objectively harder to write a happy song.
That is
I would
absolutely
feel.
true.
Yeah. Well, how would you say that your sound like compares to the beginning to now? Like what is the journey? Because I listened during like the 2016 album. I was telling
Did you
Giselle,
really?
Yeah, LOL is on my 2019 top songs.
I love that.
Spotify.
I think
That's so funny.
I don't know. I feel like just the best way to answer is just it's just becoming the best version of what it always has been, I guess, in our minds. Like there's a lot of rock influence, there's a lot of singer-songwriter influence, there's
Yeah.
a lot of electronic influence. And I think figuring out the right balance of all that stuff and kind of, just getting some experience and getting better over the years, you just kind of
Totally.
it just kind of matures in a way that just happens on its own,
Yeah.
Matures is a good way.
Yeah.
Like good way to word it, I think. I think we've just gotten better and our sound has become more mature and we've become more like who we want to be. It was always there in the beginning, but I think that we've just kind of found like the sweet spot.
Yeah, you settled
nice.
into it.
Yeah.
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 What kind of like sonic influences were you guys listening to during the making of Heaven is a Place?
Ooh.
A lot more like organic, like more organic, like 2000s kind of bands vibes. Like,
Nice.
we were talking about the Script a lot.
Yep.
Shut the fuck
Script,
up. Yeah.
Goo Goo Dolls.
Yeah.
I was listening to like a lot of like Motown.
Okay.
Some funk, but there's not a ton of that on the record. But
Yeah, but even
you
if like
know,
you were listening
yeah,
to it,
it's
it like
just-
finds its way.
yeah,
You know?
just not super overproduced music like that. We were kind of trying to pull back a little bit and make sure that the songs translated the same way that those songs do, like back in the early 2000s all the way back to whenever. But
Totally.
yeah, if we wanted to be a lot more intentional about how well the songs were translating as songs before we were worrying about like sonic like production or anything.
Yeah. Are you usually like producing and writing at the same time, or is it one before the other?
On this specific record, like we have done that in the past, and I think on this specific record, we really didn't want to do it that way because
Nice, yeah.
I think we've done it both ways previously, and we liked it better when it was like we had all the songs written and we could choose like which ones we really loved, like, in a very, bare bones kind of way. And
Yeah.
I think that really at least like helps us figure out like what are the right songs to go together. And so it was nice to have all the songs picked and then kind of build everything up together and kind of make a project,
Right. And then like go and produce like
Yeah.
based off of,
Yeah.
the like demos that you had.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Totally.
Sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'd love to know off of the album, like what represents this era of the Wildlife.
Yeah.
You can also do a 1, 2, 3 if you would so desire.
Jack, you go. What do you think?
I think What If You Change? For me,
Yeah.
Forever is just a word, and you say it all the time. But babe, I've been burned before, so what if you change your mind?
and it's tough because I think some of that is rooted in that was like the day, like when we went to record it, that was like the first day. Was that?
Oh, wow. Okay.
So
That's the first one.
yeah, that
Like,
was the first.
started the
Yeah,
process.
so
Yeah.
that it like really like set the tone to me for like, and it was also just it happened. That one happened really quickly, tracking it, and like Carson working on kind of just like initial production for it. It all felt like it happened really quick, and it felt very right and easy immediately. And so it kind of set, at least to me, like okay, this felt really good, and like this is kind of the direction that I think some of it, is obviously different than the whole record's like decently varied, but there's like a kind of a through line to me that song kind of represents.
Yeah.
That would be my pick.
Like laid the groundwork sort
Yeah.
of for the rest. Yeah. That's cool.
I would agree.
Same.
Oh, okay.
There you go.
Well, there we go.
We
Pretty
should have
much.
done the 3, 2, 1.
Pretty much the same reasons.
Yeah, I feel like it was the one song that we like knew exactly what we wanted to do with it,
Okay.
and it kind of came out exactly the way that we imagined it.
Which is, I feel like,
Rare.
does not happen a lot. Like
Yeah.
it always ends up sounding a little differently than you hear it in your head before you make it.
Totally.
This one just
It just felt like
came
we
out.
Knew, yeah, we just knew what we wanted to do, and it just happened, and
Yep.
that's
a
special.
validating way to like kick it off.
Well,
Yeah,
especially
that's
be-
why
yeah.
we wanted to kick it off
Yeah.
with that one, because we were like some of the other ones we weren't as sure like the vibes we were going to go for, but this one we were all on the same page and we knew it going in, so
Amazing.
kick it off with that one.
Well, tell me about like the writing of that song. What's it about? And also like, how does writing work with your band of
Yeah.
3? Like,
Yeah, I think so. I started writing the chorus of that song I don't know, early last year, and just was kind of writing about like our last record was very bitter, because it was a breakup record, and this one is like the polar opposite of that. But we kind of wanted to merge the two in a way, and I think that when I sat down and I played this like really simple progression, you know, like we were just to go back to like the script thing, like we were, before we started making the record, we had talked a lot about like, man, like the world just needs like another break even song. Like that's what we need. Like how are we going to do that? And so like, I sat down thinking like, okay, how are we going to achieve this, like, you know, sonic thing? And
Totally.
You know, ended up just writing a song about, you know, feeling really comfortable in a relationship, but like kind of knowing like that could all go to shit, you know? And I don't know. I think it just kind of came out, you know? And I feel like those are the kinds of songs that sit the best, you know?
And those are also the most rare. I feel like you usually have to work for it.
Yeah, I think so. I think so for sure. Like, and I think that's another reason why we all feel like it's like really representative, is because it just was never hard. Like the song wasn't hard to write. It just felt really honest and true to, you know, what we wanted to say. And
totally. Amazing.
Love that one.
Yeah.
Love that one.
I feel like writing wise, just in general too, like we've done a lot of co-writing in the past, and this time around we were kind of like, let's like kind of lean back a little bit with it, just because I think it's easy to get caught up in trying to make the best song imaginable when
For sure.
everybody's in the same room. And we started out, you know, writing everything on our own, and doing that, I think, helped us kind of settle into like what we really wanted to say and what kinds of songs we wanted to write. And I
love that.
You want
It's
to
like
add
a
anything?
compass.
My mouth's dry. I
know,
talked too long.
You got it.
Sick.
Nailed it.
Nailed it.
You did that.
Nailed it.
Do you like each write individually too, or is it usually like you're starting and like bringing it to the band for all of like the composition to happen?
I think it's kind of half and half.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
So like, there's times where I'm writing songs on my own, and then we bring stuff together, or I'll start something and then I'll bring it into a co-write situation.
Totally.
But only a few of the songs, like I feel like me and Carson flew to New York for a little bit and did some co-writing for the album. Okay. But a lot of this record we did on our own, which is really nice.
Yeah.
Or it just, there was some other co-writing, but it was just like, felt more casual, you know?
Yeah.
And Carson, you said you're producing a lot of it?
I produced the whole thing. Yeah.
That's amazing.
Super fun.
Yeah.
Goated.
Super happy to do it.
Have you always been producing the Wldlfe records?
Not like this.
Okay.
Like we've had some collaborators in the past, and you know, the first EP, the first couple EPs were produced by our friend John Class, and I kind of just got to watch him and learn, and you know, I knew that I wanted to get to a point of producing it, but just the skills had to catch up and everything. So this one we started in that cabin out in the middle of nowhere, then the rest of it was just like all in my bedroom in Nashville, which is super fun. Yeah. And
small.
I know. Yeah. And small. And I know, like,
hot,
knowing what the album sounds like I'm pretty stoked to say that it's all in a bedroom.
Yeah.
It sounds amazing.
Thank you.
It's very big. Like, I love how many moments there are where like you think that the song is going to be like a ballad, and then it fucking like takes off like in the first 20 seconds. It's really cool.
Yeah.
What's your favorite song on the record?
Have you heard the whole thing?
I have.
Oh shit.
I have heard.
Are you sure?
No, I'm positive. I think Sweet
5.
Tooth
Okay,
probably is my
Ooh.
It's
favorite.
definitely one of my favorites too.
It was the most like, I think, different. Like, I wasn't expecting it. I've like heard other songs called Sweet Tooth before, and I thought that I had an idea of where it was going to go, and I was very surprised, like sonically and songwriting wise.
Yeah.
I think that's definitely one of the best songs you've ever written.
Thanks.
Saccharine inside on the tip of your tongue. 3 perfect words and the middle one's love. You don't have to say it if it isn't true. The thought of the sound's gonna do. 'Cause I've got a sweet tooth.
Well, there you go.
I do like that one.
I
Yeah.
also thought, I'm not going to get the whole title, but the Aliens opener.
Yeah.
I thought that was dope. And just the fact that it's like pretty much piano, like
Yeah.
most of the time,
Yep.
Yeah.
is a nice way to open it.
Yeah. I feel like we were going back and forth about where to put it on the record, but it feels like in a way it feels right at the beginning, you know?
Yeah. I think that's not a classic move lately. Like people usually put like a big single at the
Yeah.
beginning to like get people to like listen and the streams and whatever bullshit.
Yeah,
But-
all the rules.
Yeah.
I think also it always excited me because we decided we wanted to do like a proper, like because the last album was just kind of like a compilation of like everything over the last like what had been like 2 years,
Yeah.
and then we wanted to do like a proper album again. And like when the idea for like where to put Aliens, when we kind of like were toying with it being at the beginning, I got like really excited about that because I was like, it is kind of just like it's a bit of like a fuck you to like the
Yeah.
putting like the big like song at the beginning. I was like, I just thought I loved the idea of like somebody putting it in for the first time and like that is like a 5-minute ballad is like your
Yeah.
starting
It's
point.
long. It's not
Yeah,
even like
it
an
is a long-
interlude.
it is a
Yeah.
long one.
And I was like, that's so sick.
I think it's
It's good.
maybe
makes
one
you
of the
listen.
longest Wildlife songs,
Yeah.
To date.
if not the longest.
Wow.
I like the idea of it like being like you have to listen to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know. I think albums are coming back. Like people are actually starting to be intentional about like where things are placement wise, and
yeah.
it's a cool
It's the way
move,
it should
so
be.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
like finally going back and like listening to full albums of like Radiohead and like OK Go and like all
Yeah.
that jazz.
Yeah.
Because
Well, and now
the
like
hits, yeah.
if like now if we have to tease like everything before it comes out and everybody's gonna get a taste of every song beforehand,
Mm-hmm.
like they'll know what's coming, and even if they don't want to listen to Aliens, like they're gonna know.
Yeah.
Like they're gonna know what's coming like ahead of them.
I like
So,
that.
yeah.
Well, on that
Anyways.
note, I kind of want to know like a favorite song of yours from your whole career, honestly. This is like the dessert, the cherry on top.
I mean, it's definitely probably off this record. I'm trying
Yeah,
to think.
like these are probably the top.
It's like I don't want to say
13.
I don't want to say what if you change again, but like honestly, like I think
good
it's
one.
maybe like my favorite
Or
song.
do you have
that
like a
we've done.
guilty pleasure one?
Let me think. You guys go.
I'll say I can't pick one. I'm gonna go between like Turtleneck, Real Estate, Here We Go Again, and Sweet Tooth. Those are that's 4. That's 4 of my
Four-course
of the
dessert,
the
yeah.
4-course dessert.
It's a late
Real
pick.
Estate's a great one too. That's
I
like
love
a
that
great
one.
love song.
I love that one.
Yeah.
Live in my bed, won't pay no rent. Any day you could stay for the weekend. Now that's prime real estate, real estate.
I just that those feel like it feels like those songs like represent like my music tastes, like my individual music tastes like the most.
Do you know, Jack? I know mine. I
you
actually
go first.
I came. I think mine might actually be Box.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
love that song.
Why?
I think it just feels flawless.
nice.
Like I can't explain it. Like I don't know. I mean, maybe that
You wouldn't
maybe it's
change a
not.
thing about it.
Yeah, like I wouldn't. Like yeah, I wouldn't change anything about it. I wouldn't re-record it. I don't think we could make it like any better than it already is in a way. Like it's exactly what it's supposed to be. It's always like I love playing it live, and it's gonna be a sad day when it's not on the set list.
Yeah. That is kind of tough.
I know. I do love that one. Probably that one or What If You Change. Those two songs feel like the most exactly what they should be songs.
Love.
Yeah. I think Forgive and Forget or Growing Up Song.
I don't know how.
Kind
Growing
of
Up
for the
Song,
same
yeah.
reason,
Okay.
honestly. And I think those are two that,
Forgot about that.
yeah, I did too until you said Box, and then I was like, what else is on that record? I think there are definitely songs that, like when I hear them for the first time, like if he brings something for the first time, that like there are certain songs that get me really excited, and then there are certain songs that like just like are so undeniably great to me. Mm-hmm. And I think those two in particular have like kind of elicited the same reaction from me, which is like, I feel like both those songs, every time I listen to them, I like get goosebumps at like parts, and like that, like it just like, it's one of those instinctual things where I'm like, God damn, this song is like, this is like so good.
Wow.
And then like compositionally, like to not only have the song be good from like a demo perspective, but then to like, when it's all said and done, to feel like this was exactly how this needed to be.
Yeah. And to have not like beaten a dead horse and like be proud of the album still that
Yeah.
you're putting out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's huge.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have a favorite Wildlife song?
I mean,
I didn't
like,
realize that you listened to us until we were just talking about it.
Yeah. I mean, well, when Dasha reached out to me, Dasha Johnson is the one
Yeah.
who emailed me.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God, I listened to the Wildlife in high school. Like, that's amazing. It was LOL and Over Sentimental that were on my top 2019 songs.
Deep
Throwbacks.
cuts. Three.
I still love,
cuts.
or not Oversentimental. I do like Oversentimental, but LOL, I still.
LOL is a great song.
I'm cool with LOL. Yeah.
You're chill with it.
Jansen
hates it.
I'm not saying anything.
For me as a like, oh my, I think
You
I
can
was
like
like
it. I want you
15
to
when
like
that
it,
song
but I
came
don't.
out. So for me being like, oh my God, like the boy I'm talking to, like,
Yeah.
like no one knows that we're talking. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
it was
was-
relatable.
yeah.
It was relatable.
It was
Nobody
relatable.
even knows.
I know.
Yeah. So I think those are probably my favorites because I'm like,
Yeah.
that was.
There's so
yeah.
many good deep
Some
cuts.
nostalgia there.
Yeah. I'm
There's
sure.
love that.
Wait, I don't
Deep
actually know
cuts.
how you guys became a band. Like, how did you find each other?
Well, me and Carson are brothers.
Yeah.
That is lore that
I've-
didn't drop
we
till
are-
just now.
we
I
are
found
brothers.
out. I found out about Carson when he came home.
When you learned that you were going to have
Yeah.
a baby brother.
Apparently, I was really mad about that. I'm pretty sure.
That doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
My brother
Sorry.
wanted to name me Clammy Dan.
Your brother wanted to
Clammy
name you
Dan.
Clammy Dan.
So awesome.
Yeah,
How much
that's
older
so
is your
sick.
brother than you?
He's 4 years older than me.
Okay, same. That's
Clammy Dan.
our age gap too.
How is that? I don't know what your like name on socials is, but you
That's
need
what it should be.
to make it.
Sometimes
Clammy
me and
Dan.
Carson.
That's your spam account.
Well, first of all, to
That's your
finish
Vincent.
what we were saying though, I met Jack in college. The rest is history.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
we're
just went to the
brothers.
same school.
We went to the same
We're
school.
brothers.
And then I met Jack because they started the band and I wasn't in it.
And we're related.
No way.
I don't know if we covered
Well,
that.
I
You were
was-
like, let me in.
I was like 14 and they were in college.
Yeah.
14 or 15.
Carson was ditching high school
I
on the
was-
weekends to go on tour with us.
Aw,
That is what I was doing.
that's
cute.
sweet.
Yeah.
So much simpler.
Clammy
But like
Dan.
back to
I'm so
Clammy
stuck
Dan
on-
for a
Yeah.
second.
Yeah.
I don't know why I felt like that was the appropriate moment to like share.
No, it's
that's no, it's great.
It made me think of, what was it? I don't know, a couple Christmases ago when we were making the joke about different monikers, the Benjamin pencil.
Yeah, weird like writer
Benjamin
like
Pencil.
ghostwriter names like Ben Pen
Ben-
Pencil
Ben
Ben
pencil.
Pen.
Benjamin
Ben
Ty-
Pencil to
Benjamin T
Benjamin.
Pencil.
Yeah.
That's
Benjamin-
an
Benjamin-
amazing name.
And the T stands for Ticonderoga.
Yeah.
Benjamin Ticonderoga Pencil.
wow,
We're so
Clammy Dan.
funny. I think
something about us.
yeah. A 4-year-old Clammy Dan.
Yeah,
That's creative.
So good.
yeah. He really can't ever be better than that.
Clammy Dan.
My mom was like, "You're gonna have a baby sister," and he was like, "Can we name her Clammy Dan?"
That's
love
is there
that.
like a cartoon or something? That's
No,
so funny.
That's just him.
So good.
Clammy Dan.
Great boy. Love that guy.
It's funny.
Anyways, I have
Love
3
it.
final questions for
Cool.
y'all.
Okay.
The final boss.
Yeah, final boss round. I would love to know if your music was a candle, what it would smell like.
Ooh.
Any scent in the world.
It would smell like Boy Smells Cowboy Kush.
Okay.
That's my favorite candle.
I've never smelled that.
It's hard for because my favorite candles I don't think our music probably smells like.
Well, like medium build, when I asked him this question, he said whale fat and dick.
Nice.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be.
Whale fat.
Gotcha.
And dick.
That's like
It smells like Clammy Dan. I can't get off that.
Well, literally.
Yeah, I don't really think our music smells like Cowboy Kush, but
I think-
that is my favorite candle.
Okay.
I could
There you go.
noted.
I could give an answer maybe for eras, but for as a whole,
as a
it's
whole.
tough.
Well, maybe for this album era, like what does Heaven
I
Is a
am
Place smell
so attached to the visual of where we recorded it,
like? Okay, yeah.
so it smells
like
like
a wood cabin.
it smells like a cabin in the woods to me.
I love that.
It's
The other
warm
one's
and
probably
fresh.
floral, though.
Humidity.
A nice meadow would make sense with the album cover.
Bear in the distance.
A bear in the distance.
The scent of that, yeah.
Good
I like
Lord.
that.
Yeah. I don't know. Smells like my bedroom. Like I don't know. Like that's where I made it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bottle that up and sell it.
Nope.
There you go. Carson's bedroom.
I'll go with a nice I'll be literal. The tobacco sandalwood candle from World Market.
Yeah.
I burned
yes.
that like the whole time.
Oh,
that
beautiful.
Making the album. So
Okay.
we'll say that one.
There you go.
I love this. Okay, I would also love to know what your favorite sound is right now that is not music related.
Ooh.
I think it's ooh. That's my favorite one. It's
Wait, can you?
That's my favorite sound currently.
Okay. Where did you hear
Some
that?
common answers
Just
are
right
like
now, I made it up.
ASMR or like rain.
Yeah, and mine
yeah,
is
his was.
that's mine.
Oh man.
Sorry,
you go-
that was
you go
stupid.
first.
I mean, we really kind of covered that. Yeah.
This is so. I'm gonna say the sound when you're picking up an item in Zelda.
I
I'm
swear to
playing
God,
Zelda
I
right-
just had a similar
Like
thought
when,
train.
if you find like a mushroom on the ground, you pick it up.
That's a good one.
It's a great sound.
So there's also a sound. I've been replaying Kingdom Hearts.
Oh,
and
amazing.
There is the specific sound that it makes when you beat a boss and everything like slows down.
Oh,
That like slash sound is like
beautiful. I'll insert
good.
slash sound here.
But I think Jansen's favorite sound might be my new favorite sound.
Also,
the sound of Clammy Dan leaving your lips for the first time.
Yeah, that's
That hitting my ear for the first time was my favorite sound.
My
the
brother's
put your
gonna be so
seatbelt
upset.
sign in our rental car is pretty nice too.
Actually, yeah. I was very
seat-
surprised.
Seatbelt sound?
If you don't put
Like-
your seatbelt on right away, you know how sometimes it's really aggressive? This
The
one
one
is
in our
like-
rental car is like actually really nice.
Oh, I love
It
that.
actually makes me not want to put my seatbelt on.
No.
Well, then maybe that's not a good thing.
But don't
Well,
change
it's just
Kia.
a joke.
You heard it here
It's just my
first.
favorite
Yeah.
sound.
Don't change.
You heard it here first. Jansen doesn't wear his seatbelt.
Yeah,
No,
and
you
I like
actually do. It's mostly me.
Jack has the problem.
he does.
He
should work
forgets
on
to
that.
put it on.
I always wear it when I drive. It's when I'm sitting shotgun that I get.
Specifically shotgun.
Well,
In the back
to be
seat.
honest, I never wear it in the back, and I absolutely should. So if my mom sees this, I'm sorry.
Yeah, she will.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it
I
to her.
already told her you're here.
Yeah, I hit up
Yeah.
Chris Crane.
I'm trying to be better.
Okay,
Did you
and
know
that's all
your
it
mom
counts.
commented on a post yesterday with the emoji that's like the smoke blowing out of the nose one, and I
Oh.
was like,
That's tough.
Chris
Aggressive.
Crane, that is tough
That's
from Chris
tough.
Crane right
Aggressive.
Chris Crane?
there. Yeah,
That's an amazing
Chris
name.
Crane.
It's my
My
mother.
mother's name is Kristen Kenna. I feel like that's very similar.
that's cool.
good.
Chris Crane and Kristen Kenna.
They should
That
start
is
like
great.
a show.
A club, yeah, maybe
They,
together.
they should start a show.
I love
I'll
that.
let them know about that. My last question is I would love to know who your ones to watch are. Who are you listening to that I should be listening to?
Whenever
I feel
anybody
like I got-
asks me
yeah.
this, I have
Okay.
to look because I can't think. Hold on.
When you were talking about the script, I was reminded of the Click 5. Do you guys fuck with the Click 5?
I brought them up last night.
No
We've
way.
been pretty much what we were doing last night for 5 hours was we were trying. One of us had the top 10 songs of a specific year, and we were all just trying to guess which ones they were.
That's a fun game.
Yeah,
were
but the
literally
thing
doing
is
it for
like we did it for
hours.
like 5 hours, and like what it turns into basically is just like guess what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Well, was Just the Girl on one of those lists?
No, one of my guesses was Click 5.
For one of them.
Their song Jenny is incredible.
I really only know the one.
You have to listen to Jenny.
Just
It's
the Girl.
maybe better than Just the Girl.
Okay,
tough.
see, now mine is ruined because of the fact that we were playing this last night, so all my searches are random. Devin again.
Oh, love that girl.
Well, tell her
I'm going to tell her.
So
Cherry
good.
Cola.
Song of the summer.
So good. I mean, I think Deep is my favorite, but Suburbia is also fantastic.
In her live music video of Still Can't Dress Myself, I'm in the background wearing a waiter outfit holding a tray of raw shrimp.
I
So-
knew there was Clammy Dan in there.
Clammy Dan was
I
in
knew
there.
Clammy Dan was in there. Who else? Ironically, I do have Slim Dan right here.
Oh, look at him.
It's telling me to jump back in. Berksey,
Are we trying to name like underrated artists?
Yeah.
Is that the
Abby Holiday,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
Abby
good
Holiday.
good friend of ours
Friend of the
back in
band?
Nashville.
Johnny Rourke.
Oh,
Johnny?
Cool. I don't
He
know
is
that
my
one.
best friend and my roommate, and I also produce his stuff.
Oh,
But he's
amazing.
he's a really great writer
cool.
and producer.
Nice.
And he just started putting out his first singles this year.
Exciting.
Fresh.
Put 'em
I'll
on.
say Duskus. He's
Duskus.
kind of popping. He's like a Fred Again type.
Okay,
and
cool,
I
yeah.
think he just did a feature with Fred Again, and I think he's going on tour with him.
Dusk. How do you spell that? Dusk.
Dusk,
Yeah.
Duskus.
Duskus.
And then
I would say Sophia James too put out a record, I think this year.
I think that's the second time someone's mentioned Sophia James
She's great.
recently.
Yuku too.
Yuku.
Another friend of the
yes.
band, personal friend, who's fantastic.
personal friend.
Yeah. It's personally my friend.
He's personally my friend. And
Bad
also-
Mind.
Oh, I don't know a lot of these.
Bad Mind is, I don't even know who they are. They're
Okay,
like,
cool.
they've got like 3 songs out, and they don't post like pictures of themselves, and they don't have personal accounts.
Nice. I love that.
So I don't know who they are, but they've got some really great songs.
We'll find them.
Alex Page.
Oh, yeah.
Just list,
Favorite.
I'm just gonna keep
Cool.
listing.
Oh yeah.
That's
I could go
good.
forever.
That's a good amount.
Rihanna.
Yeah, well, yes. I was thinking they kind of like, I feel like you guys are in the same like world for me, but have you heard the new Coin releases of
Yes.
their album that's coming out?
I have not
Yeah.
been following.
I think I heard
this
the first
rollout.
single.
Take It or Leave It is like maybe
I
the
love that
best song
one.
I've heard this year. I'm
Yeah.
like obsessed.
I do love that one.
Yeah. You should get on.
I do like Slack as well.
Slack is good.
It's just those two.
Strawberry
right?
Jam as well.
That's the one that I've
That's-
heard.
yeah,
That one's
yeah.
really good.
I like that one.
They're so good. Their branding is like out of this world.
Yeah.
Chase is
they're
such a sweet
incredible.
guy. Like every time I've ever talked to him, he's so nice, and they just like know what they're doing.
Yeah. I'm really
It all
excited
goes
about
together.
the album.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's my
They're so good.
what I'm
And
watching.
do you know what this is supposed to be? I feel like maybe you-
Absolutely not. Well, it kind of looks like two people hugging,
Let me
Oh.
see.
but
Yeah,
Oh,
so
you
I
never
thought
s-
they're kissing.
yeah, they're kissing.
I thought it was a chair.
No, that's too.
Well,
That's a ceramic of.
I must
kiss.
be left-brained. Have you seen those?
yeah.
I
Yeah,
don't
like
know
if
which
you
one's
see,
better.
Like
Or I mean,
better.
I don't know.
Is
Yanni or Laurel?
Subjective. Yeah,
Yeah,
Yanni or
exactly.
Laurel situation.
Gosh, well, thank you guys for being here.
Thank you for
Thank you
having
for
us.
having us. Seriously,
Yeah.
we've never really done a ton of like stuff like this. So
Where
thank
you just
for having
yap
us.
for like 40 minutes.
Yeah, we're yappers too.
This is what we do anyway.
I love this.
Yeah, we just yap
Amazing.
to each other.
And now it's on record.
Yep.
There you go.
Well, like congrats on the album. 72
Thank you.
hours. That's fucking
I know.
insane.
We're excited.
And good luck on tour.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We see you at the show
Excited.
when we play here.
Yeah, definitely. Be there.
Oh yeah.
Well, once to what?
Well, ones to watch.
Once to watch. Once again, this is Once to Watch Chef's Choice. I'm Abby Kenna, and this is the Wildlife.
Hello.
Yay! Catch them on tour.
Yes, we're
playing at
LA at the Roxy on November 16th. See you there.
Oh, it's the Roxy. That's
Playing it.
exciting.
Going on tour.